Hello, my name is Naliti Saul, and I'm the director of the UCSF Office of Career and Professional Development. Welcome to this quick tutorial on succeeding in your mentoring relationships. Today's topic is on the importance of developing mentoring goals. Mentoring goals are useful because they're a focal point for your mentoring relationship. It's something that a mentor and a mentee can work on together. But we found that people find them a little bit tricky for two reasons. One, because they're not quite sure what a reasonable goal is or how many they should have. And two, because a mentor and mentee sometimes incorrectly assume that the mentor will take the lead and establish the goals of the mentorship relationship. Now, it helps to think of goals in three time frames. Long-term goals, which are at least 3 years out, short-term goals, which a person can achieve in between 1 and 3 years, and goals for the mentoring relationship, which last the length of a mentoring relationship. In talking with both mentors and mentees, more so than thinking about an abstract SMART goal, which is defined as a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely, we found it helps for mentees to start defining challenges and goals in the time frame that makes the most sense for them. For some people, it's easiest to start with goals in the mentoring relationship. To identify their biggest challenge over the next 6 to 12 months, or the one thing they have to work on or feel like it would make the biggest positive impact on them right now. For Kamala, her biggest challenge right now is clinical skills. For example, she says, "I'm having a really hard time with cervical exams. I'm hoping to talk with my mentor about what methods they utilize to learn this important skill. I'd like to see if it's okay with my mentor if we spend 10 minutes of each session reviewing my process and gaining feedback as I navigate this challenge." She could also decide more generally to have a conversation with her mentor about what 3 to 5 strategies might be most useful to learn to navigate her preceptorships. And she might actually have goals that have to do with developing a community. For example, really understanding more about how mentorship works. For other mentees, it's easier to backwards design their goals, to start with a long-term big goal and then break down the steps that would help them achieve them. So let's look at Kamala again. Her long-term goal is to return to her own rural community and open a midwifery practice, offering evidence-based inclusive care to those with limited access to health care. She might also have a second long-term goal of having a circle of support to advise her as her practice grows. Now let's look at that second goal a little bit closer. If Kamala's ultimate goal is to have a circle of support in the long term, then in the short term, the next 3 to 5 years, her goal might be to identify and possibly begin establishing professional relationships with 1 to 3 nurse midwives who have opened their own practice. And if that's her short-term goal, then her goal for her mentoring relationship might just be to get experience cultivating and maintaining a professional relationship in her field. Finally, other mentees aren't really sure where their career will take them, but they can identify their short-term goals. For Kamala, this includes graduating from her program, identifying and to begin learning skills to open her own practice, to work in a community clinic to develop skills, and to find and establish those professional relationships with those 3 to 5 nurse midwives that have opened their own practice. Once she has these goals, she can once again backwards design her mentoring relationship goals by sharing her short-term goals with her mentor and asking in what ways her mentor would be open to supporting her in achieving those goals. So if you're a mentee, have a look at this sample list of long-term, short-term, and professional relationship goals. Which ones resonate with you? Use these examples to craft between 1 and 5 goals that will be the foundation of your professional relationship with your mentor. And if you're a mentor and your mentee has not yet identified their goals, start by asking them questions like, what did you hope to gain from our mentoring relationship? What's your biggest challenge? What do you hope to do after graduation? Or could you take some time to just talk to me about what your big meaningful goal is that motivates you to pursue this career in the first place? Use their answers to begin conversations that keep narrowing down their ideas until you get to between 1 and 5 tangible, achievable goals for your mentoring relationship. Another tactic is just to share this sample list of goals and have them select a few that resonate. It may take a little time, but one of the developmental arcs of your relationship may be giving your mentee the space and support to learn how to reflect upon and identify goals in a mentoring relationship. So don't give up. So that's what you need to know about the importance of developing goals.